this. And though I have the gift of prophecy, because we have a line of spiritual gifts in the church, and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountains. Some of y'all say, well, because I saw a miracle happen in their hands, they got to be a man or woman of God. Doesn't necessarily mean so.
Exactly.
Doesn't necessarily mean that they're operating in the power of God.
Exactly.
Love got to be attached to it.
All right.
Because you know what? Love says, I see your weaknesses. But you know what? I want to see you get better. Love says, I'll go the distance to see changes in your life. I see your weaknesses. Because all of us have them. Not one of us are exempt from weaknesses. Every last one of us have weaknesses. Every last one of us have skeletons in our closet we don't talk to anybody about. And you know what love does? Yeah, I know you got something in there, but you know what? I'm going to do my job because I'm saved and I love God. Can you imagine Jesus with 12 fellows around him and he knew that one of them was going to get ready to sell him out? See, in this day, some of y'all would have said, look, Judas, I know you. Get away from me because I got something for you. If you're trying to set me up. It was a setup. He set Jesus up.
Glory. Glory.
He set him up. What would you do? If your friend set you up and you knew it? Get ready to set you up and you knew it. Well, how would you handle it? They get ready to sell you out and put a hit on your life. You get ready to go down. Jesus was eating with those fellas. Started talking and said, whatever you do, he never pointed Judas out. I would have, you know, the way that we are. We'd have told the other 11 that liked us. Said he get ready. And Judas would have never got out of the room. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Judas would have, if he was in your house, he would have never got out of the room. I don't know if I would have let him out either, but he would have never got out of the room. But Jesus had that so much love. He said, whatever you do, buddy, do it quick. Do it quick. The other disciples didn't even know that Judas was the one. Judas left out. Now, mind you this. Judas was a thief. But Jesus gave him the position as treasurer. I would have had a meeting with the other fellas. That's not the one we're going to let keep the money. We're keeping the money. Judas was taking one for them and one for him. 11 pieces for y'all, 1 and 5 for me. Y'all do it. Fix that any way you can by the money. He was ripping them off. He was ripping. The Bible talks about it. Judas was a thief. He was known for his weakness. Jesus never pointed him out. We can't handle that with each other. We can't handle each other's weaknesses. We see weaknesses and we pull ourselves away like we perfect. What you doing when nobody see you? Did you give that $1 back to that lady at McDonald's that you cheated herself? How many of y'all would do that? Little girl was in McDonald's. I was in McDonald's one day and I gave the girl a $5 bill. She gave me change for a 50. And I was trying not to give it back to her in front of her manager. I didn't want her to get in trouble. I said, no, I gave you $5. And she looked at me. She said, thank you so much. She said, I would have lost my job. I would have lost my job. This is what God wants to use each one of us so the world can really see him. I'm not talking about putting on. I'm not talking about Folks say we church people because we go to church all the time. But the fact of the matter is, once I get out there, I'm a light to the world, and I do really what Jesus would do. I really do what Jesus would do. We have to think about that. Am I really doing what Jesus would do? Let me rush on. I got to stop. He says, though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profit me nothing. If you allow the church to sacrifice your body and to burn your body up and spread the ashes over the Potomac River, you just died. It didn't mean a thing. It wasn't done in love. Then he says this, charity suffers long, or love suffers long. It's kind. Love is not going to, you know what, when you love somebody, you'll take the time. But if someone gives you something and they pout and ripping their stuff apart trying to get it out of their pocketbook and fussing while you standing there humiliated because you need it, don't you come back to me no more. This is the last time. You feel so bad. If you had another way to get it, you would go somewhere else and get it. Don't come back to me again. I'm giving this to you. Don't think God's going to bless you for that. There ain't no blessing coming behind that. Some people already feel bad having to ask. I see people standing on the corner, and I weigh it out. I weigh it out. And I ask God to let the spirit of discernment be in operation so that when I'm giving, I know how much to give, and I know that this is really necessary. But I'm not as judgmental as some people can be to make a person feel like, what you doing standing, you don't know the circumstance. What you doing standing out here and begging? Why don't you go get a job like that? Sometimes they look like they're strong enough to get a job, but for some reason in this day and time, people don't have jobs. It's extremely hard to get it. Can't you go to McDonald's? Can't you do something? What can you do? They already feel bad. Unless they feel bad. Happen to stand on the corner with all of the rush hour traffic, all of the professional people in their air-conditioned cars, and they're standing there holding a sign. Will you help me? Love makes me wind my window down, not to be seen, but wind my window down and take that money that's in the side of my, right there on the side of me, and take that dollar bill or whatever it is and put it out and say, here, God bless you.